Oh, sweet, you came back. It is time for my follow-up video on my transformation from Apple's iOS to Google's Android OS. I was supposed to do this video like a week or two ago. It's supposed to be a quick follow-up, but the transition was so easy, frankly, I kind of forgot to take notes and do the follow-up. But here's what I remember. I remember my first thing was my music and my movies. I was worried because we use iTunes with the Apple and there's no iTunes with this. But it was quite simple because this phone has an SD card, so I just put the SD card in a card reader, stuck it in my computer, dragged over whichever videos and files I wanted, and they were all in my albums. You don't even need to take the card out. You could do that through the USB cable as well and access the SD card, transfer stuff over. Then there was contacts. That was a little figuring out, but was quite easy. Luckily I use iCloud with the iOS, so I just had all my contacts in the cloud, and what I did from there is I exported them to a file and then took the file and moved it over to the SD card in there, and voila, all my contacts were there. Easy peasy. Other than that, apps, pretty much anything you can find at the App Store, you can find at the Google Play Store. Of course, you're going to have your big ones, your Facebooks and your Instagrams and all that, which are basically the same, but a little bit more robust, I guess would be the phrase. Just having that big 5-inch screen and whatnot just makes things a little better, especially with games. I'm not a big gamer, but if you're going to get into little games, 5-inch screen over a 3-inch screen, world of difference for sure. So that's one of the bigger transformations. Downside is you're holding a bigger unit, so you got a little bit more in your pocket, a little bit more weight to it. I like the Android system over the Apple system overall. I love the way it's so simple to customize. You can move stuff around anywhere you want. You've got widgets. Widgets are cool, so you got news and Facebook, or here's a weather one, so you tap that and the weather will come up, and little things like that. So I like the Android system. A couple cool features on this phone. One in particular is called Stanimal Mode. This is really cool. So I go into settings and I go to power management, and you'll see here it tells me I've got about 11 hours left on this phone today before it needs a charge. If I click this button, go into Stanimal Mode, voila, I've got 22 hours now. And what Stanimal Mode does is it basically shuts off your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your data. It shuts off everything if your screen is off. If the screen is on, everything's back on. So when your phone's off, all you're going to be bothered with is phone calls and text messages. That is it. You're not going to get any of your Facebook notifications or tweets or anything like that, but then you turn on your phone and they all come through. So I really like that Stanimal Mode. I don't know why I wouldn't use it. I didn't use it the first couple days. I got this phone and I was hammering on the phone, and I could kill it within a day, but amazing battery, kicks ass on the iPhone. But in Stanimal Mode, I can't kill the battery in a day. I mean, it lasts me all day, all night. It is awesome. Only downsides to this phone is, well, Sony advertises that it's very omni-balanced, which it is, almost so much in fact, that it's hard to tell which way is up sometimes. If it wasn't for the subtle little Sony logo, like when you pick it up. Power button on the side, that takes a while to get used to, as opposed to the top. And you'll notice when I hit the power, the phone comes right on, no lock screen, anything. I love the way Android allows me to have that option. Apple does not. I like just to turn it on and not have to worry about things like that. There's no infrared port on this, which was kind of a letdown, because this means I can't control my Apple TV. And that's the one thing I haven't been able to really get going on my Android phone like it could on my Apple TV. If you have an older Apple TV, Apple TV 2, it's jailbroken, you can get an app. I have Apple TV 3 is non-jailbroken, so I need the remote app off of this. Cannot find a solution yet. If this phone had an infrared blaster, it would be fixed. As for AirPlay, that I did figure out. It's a little bit more tedious because you got to get this little app. It's called Apple TV Media, and then it will allow you to access all your videos on your phones or Facebook, YouTube, or wherever, and send them to your TV. So not as one touch and streamlined as it is on the iPhone, but is possible. So problem fixed. So this is a case on it right now, a 7-foot drop test case. It's called an Xperia case, ballistic. If you want to think about them, they have them on eBay and Amazon, about $30-35. 7-foot drop test. Highly recommend when you have a phone that has glass on both sides. port covers all around because this is a water resistant phone, which is very cool. You can take pictures up to 5 feet underwater for half an hour, they say. No plug on the earphone jack, not needed. It is a waterproof earphone jack, which is pretty cool. So that's what I mean by omni-balance. When the phone is off, it is very hard, if it wasn't for that logo, to kind of see what's going on when you kind of pick it up. One request I've been getting for this follow-up video is to prove that it's water resistant, so I've got no problem with that. So what we'll do is I'll open the album here and start a video. It's the trailer for Smurfs 2 because it came on the phone. Great picture on this. If you compare this picture next to a Samsung phone like a Galaxy, yes, the Galaxy phones are very bright and very saturated in colors. I don't like that over-crank contrast ratio myself. I like the more true colors like a Bravia TV has, so I prefer these colors. So with this video playing, I'll even put some sound on. See here. Decent little speakers too, but you definitely want to use the earphones for listening to music. And by the way, the earphones do not have volume control on them, just power. I mean, not power, but answer and hang up. So, all right, what do I have here? Bucket of water. So we'll take this water and we'll put the phone right in it. I can still hear the Smurfs kind of murbling around, and I'll see if I can get you an angle there. You can see it's still playing. Pull it out. There we go. It is waterproof. The water will sometimes act like it's pushing a button on the screen just from the water and stuff, so if you really want to use it, you're going to want to dry it off after you're done. But yeah, totally waterproof with or without the case. The case is just for drop testing. So there you go. You've seen it now. It is true. It is waterproof for water resistance. So enjoy that. All right, that's about all I have to report back on my transition from the old iPhone ways to the Google Android ways. I love it. I won't go back. Just the customization and just the power and the better battery life, the waterproofing, little things like that, having choices of different brands. I don't feel the iOS of Apple's iPhones is going to change dramatically much over the next forever. It just slightly upgrades compared to Android, which can get big facelifts and think outside the box, think of new ways of doing the launchers and stuff like that. So bottom line, I believe I have found the droid I'm looking for. Thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm nothing but Vapor.